Welcome to the world of Dieffematic. Let me introduce myself. I am Julia, the sales manager of Dieffematic. For those who do not know us yet, we are a leading company in the production and marketing of automated entrance solutions. With over 30 years of experience, we stand out quality and innovation of our products, all strictly made in Italy. We have suitable solutions for every type of need, and with these video tutorials, we will take you on a journey to discover all our products that have been designed and created to make your life easier and safer. Additionally, for our clients, we offer completely and absolutely free technical and commercial support. Are you truly ready for an adventure in the world of Dieffematic? Let's go!
Today we are introducing motors for awnings and roller shutters. As you can imagine, based on the size, we can choose the appropriate type of motor. In motors for awnings, an emergency release is almost always recommended. For roller shutters, it is at the discretion of the installer and the situation itself. We have motors of 10 Newton, 20 Newton, 30 Newton, and 50 Newton. Mutual 30 Newton, 50 Newton. 80 and 120 kilograms for the most particular and important needs. Obviously, once you exceed 50 Newton, it is recommended to use ogives and shafts of 78 kilograms. The weight therefore varies from 20 kilograms up to 230 kilograms, Remember that this type of motorization should be calculated at approximately double the actual weight of the roller shutter, as we do not have mechanical traction springs to assist us. Therefore, you should always make an estimate at about double. A practical example, if our roller shutter actually weighs 30 kilograms, we need to install motorization that can move at least 60 kilograms. Let's take a look at the motor makeup for the roller shutter. Detailed mechanical assembly instructions, motor with adapters, and comprehensive hexagonal adapters and regulators such as end-stop regulator, fixing bracket, and other components. Fixing bracket and locking pin. Let's look at the composition of a standard kit for awning control accessories such as anemometer and other related equipment, including various sensors, advanced controllers, and monitoring systems. Sun sensor, a highly efficient and user-friendly pre-programmed remote control that is designed to be used with a wall mount, which provides convenience, ease of use, and functionality. Rain sensor, connection instructions for the proper and correct usage of the device and ensure optimal performance and reliability. Control unit. Let's briefly look at a standard installation of a roller shutter motor. The roller shutter motor comes with its octagonal adapter. Naturally, the roller will look like this. It will have an alignment groove to insert the motor inside. Make sure the cotter pin holds the structure firmly in place. Insert the motor inside, and remember, it's very important that the end of travel octagon is properly inserted for the rotation itself and inside the octagon itself. With the bracket, we will then secure the motor on the side plane with the stop catch. With our tool, we must importantly remember that the arrows we have here on the end of travel octagon indicate the rotation of the octagon. They do not indicate the up and down movement. These two things are not always coincident. So if the arrow indicates towards me in this case, the rotation will be counterclockwise. So if we adjust the setting, with our key turning towards the plus will give us more travel in that direction, while turning towards the minus will give us less travel in that direction. Let's remember, the important thing is this: if testing the roller shutter motor on the bench, rotate this end of travel octagon. Another small tip, as we can see. Normally there are already grooves in the tubes. These grooves are used for securing the roller shutter motor. In what way? If we have particularly heavy shutters, we can introduce a screw that corresponds to the height of the octagonal block. Once the octagon is inserted, you reach the stop measurement at the plastic end of travel octagon. You can secure everything with a screw to make the tool a single unit. Let's take a look at the adjustment of the end stop in detail. As we have clearly understood, the system of end stop is related to the rotation of this OG, because it is here inside that there is the movement of the end stop itself. At the moment we go to observe these two arrows, we must immediately understand that the arrows do not indicate the rise and fall of the curtain, show the direction of rotation. So the arrow clearly indicating this specific direction is the one that will regulate this type of movement. If we turn this screw a little bit more towards the plus, we will give more travel in this direction. If we turn towards the minus, we will give less travel in this direction, so it will stop earlier. The same applies to the other regulator. The arrow that indicates, in this case, towards the tabletop means that the rotation, the one that will definitely adjust that screw, is indeed this one, which might be easily raised or lowered, do not always coincide. So more and more travel in this direction, less travel in this direction, it will stop earlier. This is our control unit, operates two awning motors with their sun sensors, wind, rain. Let's go through the connections point by point. Let's remember that it manages two single-phase 230 volts motors, volts with a capacitor already on board the motor. Connection 220 to the first two terminals. Here we will bring the line voltage, then we have the connection of motor 1 and the connection of the motor 2. Obviously we will place the common in the center phase of opening closing phase motor 1, common to the center of motor 2, phase of opening closing phase motor 2. The 220 volts ends at these terminals, of which we actually have the wired commands indeed. So on this terminal, we have motor 1 up, motor 1 down, and also common motor 2 up, motor 2 down. These are normally extremely clean contacts, so they will be very carefully controlled. With the normally open NA contact, it will not, in any situation, never apply voltage carefully to these terminals. Then we go to see the connection for the next step in the process. Wind, sun, and rain sensor. Some sensors need a power supply, so we will find the plus 12 volts, approximately the connection for the rain sensor, such as the common wind sensor connection, sun sensor. We obviously have the possibility through the two trimmers to go set recognition threshold for the wind and for the sun. Now the 4 dip switches will be used for additional purposes and functionalities. Disable the sun sensor if we set it to on. Decide what we definitely want in case it activates. The rain sensor, with dip 2 off the awning, will close in case of rain. With dip 2 on in case of rain, the awning will open. With dip switch number 3, we can instead manage and decide if after it has intervened the wind sensor, therefore the anemometer, after the 7 minutes that the awning will respect its block, if we want it to reopen or if remain closed. Dip switch 4 is used to manage the tests on the two motors with long times or normal times. The remote control that comes with, let's remember that our control unit is already pre-programmed. Channel 1 for the command of motor 1, channel 2 for the command of motor 2,